Dylan Garcia,
That's
surf
me.
rocker.
Yeah.
Um, is this a, I mean, I didn't know, to be honest, I'm not familiar with surf rocker. Can you please explain for some of us that may not be in the cool lingo?
Well, surf rock has been kind of around for a while. Like it started kind of in the 60s. I guess you would say started with kind of like the Beach Boys sound when the surfing era, when the surfing craze really hit California. And it's kind of developed into like rock, punk rock, reggae. And it's like I'm trying to create my own lane with my own style and combine all of the different music that influenced me from surfing.
Okay.
Surfing has been a big part of my life. I mean, I've traveled to the North Shore, I surfed pipeline, I've done all that stuff. I used to compete amateurly. And at the same time, I was teaching myself how to play guitar and writing songs. And it's kind of just went hand in hand.
That's impressive. So you were kind of like all over the place at one point.
Yeah, I was. I went to school at UC Irvine, and I chose that school specifically to be by Newport Beach so I could surf all the time. And what turned in what from a hobby that turned into kind of an obsession, I pushed myself to compete, and that we competed all up and down the California coast. And at the same time, I was playing guitar, and now guitar and music has been kind of a full-time thing.
So during your surfing and college years, this is where you realized that you had the passion for music?
Yes, yes. I bought my first guitar when I was 19. I began writing poetry at like about 12 years old, super romantic kind of guy, and when I bought my guitar, the first woman that I dated when I was going to school, she dumped me on New Year's Eve. So that night I went and bought my guitar, and the rest is history.
Well, I mean, something good came out of that.
Yeah, I know, right? Something really good came out of that, So if you're listening, Amanda Gerber, thank you.
Yes, thank you, ex-girlfriend. um, so you're very involved in your music. I mean, you write it, you compose.
Yes, yes.
And I did listen to some of your music on Spotify.
Thank you.
Just Another Day, very catchy. I mean, even the original, and then you have the remix that I imagine was probably played in clubs when we had clubs open.
Yeah. That remix came about. Okay, so the female vocalist, Mila Nieves, she's from San Diego. I collaborated with her in January of 2016 on this project called Mantra for Good People. And we kind of stayed in contact, like all the people that collaborated on that record. We all, became friends on Facebook and did all that stuff. And I really loved Mila's voice, so I brought her from San Diego, and she sang on that track. Well, because of her sister is the reason why we have a remix. They live in what part? Not Chula Vista. I think they live in Chula Vista down in San Diego, and they had the connection with DJ Mahongos to do the remix, and that came about like a month later. And that remix kind of put me on an international scale. Like that remix is the most popular song I've ever had on Spotify.
And you know what? I don't know if it's just me, but it kind of took me back to high school.
Okay.
I graduated in 99. No need to say my age.
I graduated in 99 too.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, see, yeah. So
we look pretty darn good for our age, right? I think so.
It's the Latin, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it kind of took me back to the rhythm of like Snoop Dogg back in the day. Like,
yeah.
That's what I got, and I was like, oh, I like this, and it just kind of took me back.
Yeah, that's the music that I grew up on. My dad listened to. I was raised listening to like El Chicano, Santana. A lot of Chicano music, and that era from the 90s that we grew up in is, I believe, one of the best times of music, because it combined that funk from the 70s and they called it G-funk, and that's what I typically look for when I work with other producers, is if they can give me that sound. That sound is timeless.
If I'm not mistaken, you, from what I read about you, you do integrate a little bit of the other mixtures, like incorporate Mexican, Native American, and reggae to your music.
Yeah,
That's
yes, I do. I
different.
do. Yeah, I think that's what makes the music so special because I'm combining so many different cultures at once. You know, like bringing an aspect of that culture in each and every song. You can really hear the roots of the Native American in the song that I just released prior. It's a Beautiful Day.
Mhm.
You can see the influences of the Native American, and that's kind of what I was going for. Um, yeah, keeping it organic.
Yeah, definitely. And then tell us a little bit more for, surf music's been around for a while, but
Yes,
not really talked about as much. So there's the instrumental surf and
yes,
there's the vocal, kind of like you were saying, like the Beach Boys that we're familiar
yes.
with. How, where do you choose, like, what direction you want to go, like, for certain songs? Because you're a writer, your songs too. Like, how do you know
Yeah.
what route you want to go with? What tells you? What helps you determine that?
Uh, it's like I get this like an inspiration first. As of recently, I've been writing the music first. Before I would write the lyrics and the music at the same time, but now I'm like fully composing songs, and then kind of reworking the lyrics so it fits the melody and what I feel from the music. And it really shows on the neck on my upcoming single. It's Summer Luv. The it really gives back to that like early 2000s pop punk reggae, that whole vibe, and I kind of put my own special touch on it, and it really it's really captivating. I'm really impressed by this song that I did. Like and then my thing is it's like, okay, what am I going to do next? Like, how am I going to top this song? That's always the thing that's on my mind. Like, how am I going to top this song? Like, what's going to come to me? Am I going to run out of things to write about? It's like it's like my worry. Like, if that's always my biggest worry. Like, am I going to lose? Am I going to lose this inspiration or talent to write? Like, that's always my worry. But it comes. I can't even plan it. Like, I'll just be sitting around playing guitar, and all of a sudden my hands know where to go and what chords to play, and then all of a sudden a song just comes out of it.
Has it ever happened when you're in the middle of something and you were like, wait, this is too good. Like, maybe I can pull it out and use it for something else in the future?
Yeah,
And later on, maybe you regret it. It's out of like, oh, I should have incorporated it in there.
there's how can I say, like, this, like, each song that I've done recently, when I wrote the lyrics, was a completely different direction from what it actually turned out to be. What I'm learning is to be very patient in the songwriting process. I'm one of those people, like, get it done and get it done and that's it. But lately it's been like I've been putting more patience into my writing, letting the ideas flow. I mean, my notes on my phone is just full. Like, I'll be walking and then like a cool hook will just pop into my head and it's like, okay, I got to put this in my phone. And so that's another reason because I can go back to my phone, and then once I see whatever I wrote down, it's like it sparks a whole new song. Um, this song "Summer Luv" originally was like almost like a Christian song, to be honest with you, right off the bat, and it kind of developed. Once I have a songwriting partner, his name's Richard Galegas. He plays a lot of the electric guitar on my music, and once he jumped on, it just changed it to a whole element. I'm like, wait a minute, this is more groovy. This is more summer. This is like uh, about the bikinis and the board shorts and surfing and the waves, and it kind of took me back to like when I lived on the North Shore, like that vibe. Like,
Mhm.
the North Shore is a very special place, especially during the winter, because you have people coming from all over the world. You got people coming from Australia, South America, South Africans. So you're immersed in all this surf culture, and that's all it is. And that's what you have. You have all either the girls are surfing, or they live there, or they come from wherever they live just to experience that surf vibe. And I'm glad now, looking forward, that all this stuff that I've experienced and everything that I've done is finally coming into fruition with my music. And that's the cool part.
So for Summer Luv, that's going to be the new single coming out July
Yes,
31st. Is it going to be as fun and catchy like Just Another Day is?
it actually is. It is fun and catchy. It is fun and catchy. It really it really takes your mind off of what's going on right now. You know, like it gives you a taste of summer again. You know.
Okay. Thank
Yeah.
you for that. Looking forward to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
um, so tell me a little bit about what you're involved. I understand you support NAMI, which is what, the National Alliance on Mental Health. Can you tell us
Yes.
a little bit about that and why?
Well, I support them because they're very big on educating and supporting the families that are living with mental illness, and it really educates them, and it's not solely focused on the people that are mentally ill. It's focused on educating so people know how to understand mental illness better, and I think that's very important. I mean, in understanding not only of family but of the public, of what mental illness and what people like me actually deal with on a day-to-day basis.
What do you deal with on a daily basis?
Well, I'm diagnosed as bipolar, and after I've been probably going through stuff probably for, God, I want to say my whole life. It didn't really come to be like it was such a big deal until 2009. And it's a lot of work mentally and physically, to be able to keep yourself in a good place. You know, it's not easy. It's a daily battle, but I choose to win that daily battle as opposed to feeling like a victim, you know? And I think that's important. And that's kind of like the platform that I'm going off of, is to let people know that they're not alone and somebody's out there giving a voice to it,
Hmm.
you know?
You know, it's good. You made a good point because a lot of organizations are just about the treatment for the
Yes.
patient. But in this case, it's about not only that, but understanding it and helping the families, because the families have a lot to do with it.
Yeah, exactly. Because they're going to be, if it's their child, a cousin, your brother, your sister, just anybody, they really make a point on trying to teach the family to have compassion. I think compassion is the right word. Compassion.
So do you think that music has helped you a lot in this process? Like, I mean, for all sorts of mental health, I mean, even depression, even the
Yeah.
elderly, Alzheimer's and all that, music has a lot to do with, you know,
Yeah.
your treatment and so forth. Can you share your experience in that?
Music is therapeutic, whether listening to it, playing music, singing. Um, it's really therapeutic, and it gives that creative outlet that a lot of people lack when they are struggling with mental illness. And just even listening to music, listening to your favorite song, or picking up the guitar, or just whatever instrument it is, or you're drawing, you're being creative. That's the number one healing process of mental illness, is being able to be creative, and know that you're not the only one going through things, that there are other people. I think that was the biggest problem with myself when I first was diagnosed, is I thought it was a death sentence. I'm like, oh my God, like I'm really flawed. But at the same time, you learn that you're not the only one going through these things. And, you can be a glimmer of hope for a lot of people. And that's what I want to do. I want something positive to come out of this pandemic.
Do you think this has actually helped your creativity too?
It has. It has, because I have a lot of really good songs, but I feel like I've written some of my best material going through this pandemic, because you can't really do much. I mean, they want us at home, and, this good music has come out of it. a lot of good things have come out of it for myself, and it's been I think it's like a healing process for our entire country.
Mm-hmm. Well, definitely going to be looking forward to it, and all the material you have. You're going to have a lot of singles to come.
Yes, yes.
So
We're already actually next week. We're already going to start working on the next single. I'm going to start recording with my band the next single. But I want to focus on Summer Luv. But I want to have stuff lined up for the rest of the year.
do you have a title for that?
The one I'm working on right now.
A little sneak peek.
A little sneak peek. Okay, I'll let you in on a secret. A little sneak peek is it's a cover song. It's not but I'm not. It's a cover song that I'm putting a twist to it, my style, and it's probably one of the biggest songs in the world by a very, very talented musician and artist who passed away not too long ago. And it was also covered by Johnny Cash, and we're gonna be my band and I. We're gonna start recording this, and it's definitely the right song at the right time.
Oh, you sound really stoked about that one.
I am. It was
just changed from Summer Luv.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm really excited about Summer Luv. I'm really excited that it's coming out. It was like about a 2-month process to get that song done, to get it exactly the way I wanted it. And yeah, Summer Luv is gonna bring back those times, you know, when you go out of town and you're gone for the summer. You see that one girl you always see when you're out of town, or you're away at school and you come home. You come back to your hometown and you see that one that you always kind of had a little thing for, but nothing's kind of ever worked out yet, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And it definitely brings a good vibe to summer, because people are still vitraveling, going on vacation and doing things. I mean, we're limited, but I don't think we're that limited. And yeah, I want to bring a good vibe back to summer.
Great. Well, we're definitely looking forward to it, and maybe we'll talk again for the.
Yeah, I would love to. That sounds good. I enjoyed your company.
Thank you. I appreciate your time, and yeah, we'll definitely be checking out. And can you share anywhere on any platforms people can find you in?
Yeah, you can find me at Dylan Garcia Music on Facebook and Instagram, and you can also go to my website, dylangarciamusic.com.
Okay, great. So
Yeah.
we can follow and get all the scoop, and then finally hear about your other projects to come.
What's coming up? Yeah, there's a lot of exciting stuff coming up. I can't wait.
All right. Well, sounds good. Thank you so much for your time, and I wish you luck and success. And then for now, Summer Luv.
Summer Luv. Adios. Bye.
Thank you.